Hello, this is Don Hoder, Executive Director of the South Point and Marcellus Shell Chamber of Commerce, and we're here today to interview Tejas Gosai.
That's right.
And Tejas is, you'd be Director of the kdka show, the Marcellus Shell and You, is that the correct title?
Yes, that's one of the many hats I get to wear.
Now, many hats, I can understand that, being in a similar situation. You are originally an attorney by trade?
Actually, I went to law school, I passed a couple bars, and I worked for a big company in Philadelphia, and I left there to move home because, there was nothing in southwestern Pennsylvania, and our family hotels were suffering a bit. So I moved home to help the family hotels in 2009. You may know of a town called Bentleyville?
Sure enough, Bentleyville. It's a great stop halfway between here and New Stanton, I guess. In the hotel chain that you have, is it under a group name or anything like that?
No, it's just family-owned. We do have a hospitality management company, but right now we have a Best Western and a Holiday Inn Express. It's 144 rooms between the two of them, and Bentleyville is up and coming very quickly.
Great. Now, you decided to come back and settle back into the Bentleyville area, which of course is part of the whole Pittsburgh region, and you decided to do that for what particular reason?
Well, I came back because there wasn't a choice in coming back in that part of it, but what I did, and I'm pretty vocal about it. In 2009, the drillers were here and making a representation. I think, Range discovered the Marcellus Shale in 2004, 2008. They went public with it, and 2009 kind of the flood started. Well, actually, a bit of fact, 2009 was the worst year internationally in the history of the hospitality industry.
I believe that.
Yes, it was also a recession nationally, but, internationally it was horrendous. Occupancies were at 20, 30%. So I did some interesting things that cost a bit of money, but we just put barbecues around the hotel. We put some boot washers at all the entrances, which was twofold. One, to have cleaner boots in the hotel, but two, those guys love their boots. So, we're really helping them out. But we really catered to taking care of their every need. So, like, some of them would complain that they get up at 4 a.m. to get to the site, and they didn't have breakfast, so we just switched breakfast. We made it start at 3:30. Yeah, exactly. 3:30. So, and then we did other kind of creative things. We have to-go containers for them. They can eat between the Best Western and the Holiday Inn. If they want waffles, stick at the Best Western. If they want some hot breakfast, there's pancakes at the Holiday Inn.
So you basically changed your product service to make sure that you took care of the people that were in the Marcellus Shell industry. And as a result of that, what happened statistically with the hotels? How did the numbers change in terms of profits and so forth?
So we went from 2009 about 30-40% maximum occupancy.
Wow, that's low.
It was low, but the prices were even
lower,
astronomical. It was like $69, $79 rooms. Now with having the right dynamic with drillers and corporate clients and leisure, family, travel
mix.
Yeah, we have a good mix. We're able to facilitate at most of the time during the on-season 100% occupancy.
Wow.
Right now in the off-season, which is winter, we're at 70%, which is decent, but we're always pushing it. So with that being said, there's a lot more hotels going up everywhere, and we are building in the racetrack road market.
Great.
Yes, which has to do with you.
Are you announcing the chain name yet? Or
I'm not
like
announcing any of that stuff.
I thought we had a scoop there.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's kind of a break, huh? So you fixed that, obviously, and then you jumped over to the Marcellus Shell and You. What inspired you to go in that direction?
Well, there was a piece of there's something in between the radio show from the hotel stuff, and that's the internet. So in 2008 and 9, I did a little bit of homework and said, hey, there's no neutral source for information about this industry. And whether or not, I guess I can say this, the newspapers have to sell newspapers. So if you bash something, it's going to sell. If you promote something, it's going to sell. But there's kind of a little bit of a war or battle going on in the Marcellus region. And with that being said, we looked at a neutral way to disseminate information to the public, and the internet was the cheapest
Sure,
alternative. So we built the MarcellusShale.com into a news and informational source that's neither for nor against the Marcellus Shale.
Then what made you just shift over to a program like that you have in Marcellus Shale and you on KDK?
In particular, there's a lot of people in the KDK listening region that don't have a computer or go to the internet or look at magazines or any of that stuff.
Are you suggesting we have people in Western PA that don't have computers?
Yes, and you know what's even funnier? We have extremely successful people that don't have computers,
or they don't have time to look at them.
All of the above.
Very good point.
They're in the car a lot.
In the field.
In the field, landowners. A lot of farm owners, they wake up at 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever time, they listen to the radio while they're working. So it turned into just a need to.
How's the impact of radio versus the internet been? Have you weighed those options out in terms of traffic?
No. Because for the building stage of kind of our company and our message, it was yes, 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 yes. Let's do internet, TV, radio, publication, events, but we can't focus on just one or two or three. Let's try to do a little bit of each one, and we'll build each piece.
It might be like we did with our magazine, South Point Magazine.
Which is a fantastic magazine.
Oh, thank you for the endorsement.
Yeah.
Let me have you sign it here.
Oh, yeah.
The beauty of this is not so much one particular media, but it's a combination of magazine, radio, internet, and people just calling you on the phone, and billboards, and
Right.
all the above that seems to make it work because they complement one another. And somebody's listening to the radio show like today, and they're going to jump onto the internet, or vice versa.
Well, you're an internet guru.
Well, we keep busy.
And you have a website. We're linking up with your website. We're linking up with some of the things you're doing. And I think we're going to have some. We're going to be in the magazine, and
Sure,
we're going to
absolutely.
spread information that way. It's not so much to promote the company. It's simply good journalism on a particular issue that can't be, in every single newspaper on every door step. But these are interesting books.
And now for a commercial break. What's your website?
It's themarcellusshale.com.
TheMarcellusShale.com.
Actually, and theuticashale.com, and we have some other ones launching soon. But
We don't have room for all 48 URLs. We just do those two for now. That'll get you down the chain. And, of course, southpoint.net.
yes. Oh, and let me say one last thing. The reason that it works really well with an organization like yours is how important information is. Normally, here, I'll use the Socratic method. What happens when you listen to a radio show after it's over?
Well, you hopefully go to our website.
Yes. Well, also, normally radio just disappears, right? It's a medium that just dissipates into the air unless you capture it. So we actually have a junior associate, I don't want to call her intern, at Bucknell University who transcribes our information, and then we put it on the internet. So we're encapsulating your and my voice and Dale's voice and everyone's voice on the radio show to put it into the wire.
Well, the nice thing about that, too, is when you start Googling and YouTube and who are the rest of them, Bing and the rest of them, those sound bites that you happen to hear on the radio show will drive people to the website.
Exactly.
And it works. It
Yeah.
really does. Do you have any idea how many hits you get on your website?
We actually share it on the website. That's what's funny about us.
Do you have a little counter or something there?
It's actually much more complicated because that's how we do things.
We like complicated.
Yes, we actually post our Google Analytics. So
Great.
we share everything, and we want people to see that there's people in Russia, Africa, Zimbabwe, all over the world that go to our site. Although we're based in Little Washington,
Yeah.
we hit a lot of folks.
Well, the nice thing about the internet, and of course KDK is 50,000 watts, and I've actually been in Baltimore and listened to KDK in the evening. It'll skip.
Really?
It'll pick up. It's clear channel, 50,000 watts, and I've heard it in Atlanta too in the evenings. Late in the evening, you can actually pick up the station.
That's amazing.
And that we have a large footprint with that, and of course I think they stream too.
Yeah, it's online actually. kdkradio.com, and then during the show, maybe next time you're on, we can post this beforehand. Sure. Marcellus News is the Twitter. If you have any questions, people monitor it during the show. kdkradio.com, and then Dollar Bank Instant Access is how people can send messages directly to me.
And then, of course, the internet is such a powerful tool that we actually have members from as far up as Boston in our Chamber of Commerce, and I'm sure
In the Marcellus, in your South Point Chamber?
Absolutely.
That's
They'll
awesome.
be in our trade show. And then we have members, of course, all the way down into Texas, and we even have regulars that advertise on our website from Steubenville area, Ohio area, and so forth. So the footprint is very dynamic. It reaches out worldwide. You're absolutely right.
Can I finish this in an interesting
Yeah, I was
way?
just gonna, yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Anything you have to add there?
Don, you have fun working? You like what you do?
Love it.
Me too.
Love
Let's keep doing all that stuff, but we're going to get louder and louder and louder.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to, I don't know, that magazine needs a larger distribution.
We will do that, and of course it is online on the internet too,
Right.
so it's electronic as well.
And we'll link it up however we
And
can.
as my wife always says, you're not working, you seem like you're going on vacation every day. And I have a funny feeling your wife says the same thing to you.
Yeah, she's really angry most of the time.
Well, good. Tejas Gosai is the director of KDKA's show, and also the founder of the Marcellus Shell and You. And we want to thank you for coming in today and talking to us. And this is Don Hoder from the South Point Marcellus Shell Chamber.